All right, my next guest made me absolutely fear international travel. He hung out with a bunch of inglorious, I don't know if I could say it on morning television, let's just say guys, all right? And he knows about real estate where there's an unusual house with a clock on its walls. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Eli Roth. How are you, my friend?
Good, man. Good to see you.
All right, so you're here with your brand new movie, Borderlands, and it's about the video game. Can you tell us about your jumping into the world of Borderlands and what pulled you into this project?
Yeah, look, I love big, crazy, insane sci-fi movies. I've always wanted to do one. I mean, I grew up on Star Wars, Escape from New York. I love Fifth Element. I love older movies like Barbarella, just stuff that's completely bonkers, but that takes you to another world, another planet, real world building. And it was great when they came to me about making the film, and I knew the games. I wasn't good at the games, but I knew them. And I really just loved the world and thought it really meshed with my sensibilities. The game is obviously a very violent game, but they didn't want to do that with a movie. We wanted a movie that, like, if you were, for the 9-year-old kid in me, if you have kids that are 9, 10, 11, they're going to go see it and lose their minds. So something that was really for all ages. And it was just totally bonkers and fun, and we had a great time doing it.
I'm curious, how was it working with like Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, to try to like bring these characters to life? Were there any tough compromises that you had to make as a director to kind of try to stay true to the game and dealing with, it's tough to probably meet fan expectations.
Well, Randy is amazing, and I love him. And Randy was the first person I talked to. And, that was one of the things we talked about is what do we want to keep true to the game and what are we adapting? And not just doing a recreation, but doing an adaptation. And if you start to stay too slavish to certain elements, it's not necessarily going to work in a movie. And he said, no, don't worry about changing stuff. If you want to change things, change it. He goes, the guns, we want to be exact. The costumes, I wanted the look and feel and world of Borderlands to be exact. But obviously, in casting it, there's certain people for certain roles that aren't going to match the game, and that's okay because the movies are a separate thing. He goes, think of it the way Marvel splits their games and the movies and their comics. Just we're splitting it, and this is the first time we're doing it. Claptrap has to look exactly like Claptrap in the game, but the studio's going to want a star to get it, and we're very lucky to get Jack Black, who's a big fan of the game. But Randy was with us on set, so anything I wanted to change, he was right there with me. And Gearbox opened up their library to us. They said they gave us all of their files on everything. So all of the sets, all of the art department, all of the guns, every little Easter egg, we got to put it all into the movie. So it was pretty incredible that when you have the creator right there with you, watching him nerd out on set. We're the same age, and he's very much like a big kid as well, as in addition to being a genius. So it was great to have Randy there with us on set. We're just like having a blast.
You also had some like interesting, let's say, Easter eggs or nods or homages. There's like okay, maybe spoiler, random homage to The Graduate. What other like action movies or adventure movies or influence or looks that you had that kind of influence the look and feel for Borderlands?
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously the game is the strongest look and influence, but as a director, there are other movies that come your way. Escape from New York is a huge one. I love Escape from New York. And when I talked to Cate Blanchett about it, I said, I really want you to play a badass bounty hunter, just pissed off and just doesn't want to do the job and is forced into doing it. Like Clint Eastwood, Man with No Name, or, Snake Plissken. And she goes, oh, Escape from New York's my favorite movie. I was like, all right, we're going to be good. And then talking to Ariana Greenblatt, I said, who's this brilliant, kid comes in. She was 13 years old. It was pre-Barbie because we shot it during the pandemic. And, I said, I don't want this to be, oh, that was good acting for a kid. I want a great performance, period. And I said, think of Natalie Portman in The Professional. And she turned around and she had a pillow of Matilda, Natalie Portman's character from The Professional. I was like, all right, see, she gets it. So, and then Fifth Element was one. I remember seeing Fifth Element, and every extra, every costume, it was so colorful and so insane. You couldn't even take it all in on the first viewing. You're just like taken away to another place. And that's what I wanted. I really wanted the movie to look and feel beautiful and have pops of color. Like if you put all your neon clothes, and fluorescent highlighter into a dryer and poured in glitter and it just exploded. That's, but it's also got burnt in the process and got trashed. That's the world of Pandora. So we could really, that was the fun, was recreating that stuff, but also adding in, my cinematic influences as well.
Gotcha. Anything next for you, man?
Thanksgiving too.
Oh, all right. Hey, I was a big fan when the short first came out and a long time ago, but and then I got to see the full version of Thanksgiving, and man, you're doing some stuff that I absolutely adore. So it's a pleasure to talk to you today, man.
Great to talk to you too, man.
Check out Borderlands. It's now in theaters. Eli Roth, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thank you.